Hi everyone, my name's Electric Donkey, and today we're back on the One Man's Lie, or, well, No Man's Sky even, topic? Hang on a minute, that's not right. Series, that's the word, that we've got going here. So first off, I've got a little bit of an apology to make, because you may have noticed last week there wasn't a video up on Tuesday. Problem being, I actually recorded it whilst my battery was really low, and I pushed it a bit to the end, and yeah, the battery died midway through, and the video never actually saved. So I did record the video, but then it never saved, and I didn't have time to record another one on that same day, so I had to roll over to this video today. So I'm gonna just quickly roll over what we actually did in the last video, because I can't quite remember myself what we did. So I'll just roll over what we've got so far, and I'll probably leave a download link in the description for the current project, just so that you guys can keep up to the standard, so nothing's going wrong, because I wouldn't want that to happen. So nothing changed in there, I don't think. Maybe there is, I can't remember. Right, let's see here. So we've got this. Let's see, I can't quite remember if we did this or not. Let me just run through it really quickly regardless. So basically, movement, we've got some keys here, and these are just checks or return either true or false. Depending on which key we're pressing, we can just change that number there. So this is WASD. Then we've got to check for the ground. We're using our script grid place meeting, which I'll explain in a minute, to see whether the block right below us that we're about to fall onto is a block or not. If it is a block, then we're going to set our vertical speed back to 0, which means we'll effectively stop. But then if we are touching the ground at the minute, then can we jump? Well, probably yes. So if we are pressing our jump key, then we want to send ourselves flying up into the air, and then obviously otherwise, if we're not touching a block, we need to apply gravity. So we're simply going to check if our v-speed is below a certain amount. If it is, we'd be flying up in the air, the speed of light. Then we need to start bringing it back down using the v-speed. Then we've got moving to the right. Pretty simple stuff here. Basically, we're just saying if we're pressing the right key, then we're going to send our horizontal speed equal to our speed variable. Exact same for the left, just minus speed. Now we're going to check for not moving. This isn't really a priority, but it means if you're using animations, you can put this in here as well. So if you're using a standard animation, or if you're using a running animation, you can alternate between it. Basically, it's checking just to see if we're not moving, or if we're pressing both keys at once, in which case we're effectively not moving. Then we're going to use our h-speed and v-speed variables in a script, move script, that we haven't actually made quite yet. So anyway, that's it for this little step thing. Let's go and have a look at the script grid place meeting. So this I really, in the video I kind of half recorded, I didn't really explain very well, so anyway I'm going to explain it quite well today. We've fortunately got quite a bit of battery left there, about an hour, so we will be alright for today. Now, this takes in an x and a y, and it sets the var x and y. Basically, what this script does is it moves us to those coordinates that we put in, and checks to see if in those coordinates we'd be colliding with something. So first off, we remember our position, so we can go back to that position. Then it changes our position for the calculations. This is where we effectively jump to the place we want to check. Now these bits are really big checks to see whether we're actually touching something in that position. You can go through and analyze it all and everything, but basically we're just checking in that box plot, that box within our grid, is it a block? If it is, one of these will return true. If either of these returns true, then it returns true. Otherwise, if they all return false, wait, we don't actually need that bit there. If they all return false, then it will return false. Pretty simple, right? But right at the end, we need to move back to our original position, and then we return the whether there's a meeting or not. So that's pretty much it for what we did in the last video. I can't quite remember if we did anything else, but regardless, I'll make sure to drop the link in the description to a download so you can keep up to speed. So what are we going to be doing in this video? Well, of course, we're going to be doing the script move to actually make our player move around like a bit of a monkey A monkey, is that the word? I don't know. Let's give it a go. So let's open our script in the sandbox tutorial. Basically, really quite simple movement script. So first off, script move. We're going to be passing in two variables, a horizontal speed and a vertical speed, and we're going to need these to move. Even if one of them's 0, we're going to need them. So first we take our h speed, that's going to be our argument 1, argument 0 even. Be careful for that. And our vertical speed equals argument. Oh my word! I've been typing on a different keyboard. That's why everything feels a bit funny. So now we check for the horizontal collisions. Basically, here we're just seeing if we move to that place, are we gonna absolutely get stuck in a block? Because if we are, then there's not much point in moving there. We don't want to move there. So if there is a grid place meeting. If there is a grid place meeting at our x plus our h speed and our y. So this is just checking to see if we move along our h speed, are we going to collide with something? Because if we are, we don't want to. We don't want to collide with something. So if we are going to collide with something, we're going to set our h speed back to 0. So we're not going to move. Right? We're not going to move. Then we're going to say while script grid place meeting, because if you think about it, this first check only does the first h speed. Is that right? Can't remember. Let's just write this out and see how it plans out, and I'll explain it in a minute. X plus sine h speed. Now if you don't know what sine means, it basically returns either plus 1 or minus 1, yeah, depending on which direction it is. So it's saying while there is not, yeah, that's right, while there is not a, actually let me explain this a bit better. Basically, if we're moving at a speed of 4, let's say, if we just jumped to that 4, we might hit a block, but if we jumped, say, 3, we might not hit a block. So we're saying while there is 1 to that either side that we're moving, we want to move it 1 in that direction. So x plus equals sine h speed. Really simple, right? There's nothing. Oh, missed the bracket out there. Nothing too complicated there. Now, as after we've done that, we want to move horizontally, because at the minute we haven't moved. I don't think horizontally. Maybe that's how you spell it. Maybe it isn't. So we want to add our h speed, because here we've said if we can't move a whole h speed, then we're going to set it to 0. But what if we can? What if we've set our h speed to 4? What if there's exactly 4 blocks between? What if we can move 4? Then we want to move 4. Pretty simple, right? Now we literally just want to copy this whole chunk here. Really is exactly the same. But now it's going to be vertical collisions, and here it's exactly the same. We just move this along into the y, but it needs to be vertical speed, and basically we're just converting this now to become vertical speed. Obviously this needs to be on the other one, onto the y, but it is exactly the same as it is before. Vertical speed. There we go. That's it. This needs to be vertical speed, and that needs to be y as well, and actually these need to be y as well. But that's it. That's literally the movement script. There's nothing else to it. If you don't understand that, I feel like I've brushed over that really quickly. If you don't understand that, comment below, and I'll give you a hand. But now is the moment of truth. Now this should work. It should work. We've put it all together. We've had our movement script, we've had our place meeting script to see if there's a block beneath us, and we've also had our player movement script that ties it all together. So with those 3 scripts, in theory, this should work. This should be able to work. So let's go beam down. And look, you can see there, we've got a little bit of a puny jump, but we can move around. Gravity is being applied. And our jump is really pathetic. So just before we end, let's just go and fiddle around with that. As I said before, I wasn't quite sure that jump was going to be right. Let's change that to 8. Let's see. That'll do. But the idea is now we can run around our planets, we can jump around our planets, and now we have movement on our planets. That's basically what you need. You need to be able to explore these planets. So now we can go into more complex world generations. We can go into several different planets, or whatever you guys want me to do. Yeah, that's a bit better. We can jump around, and you can see the gravity is being applied. It's pretty neat sort of thing. It shouldn't. Oops. Oh, what's happening there then? Okay, for some reason, I know what we've done. We've missed off a really key bit off our script grid place meeting, and this is our center meeting. We actually missed it off, I think, on the other one. So let's just really quickly go and add that in. Yep, we missed off the center meeting. That's really quite a big one to do. So just copy this. Go ahead and copy all this, and we'll copy it just below the other ones. I thought we'd forgotten something out of this script because I did it in a bit of a rush, you see, because the battery was running out. Obviously there was no need to do it in a rush. In fact, it'd probably been better if I'd just not recorded it at all. Center meeting. I realise that's probably the American spelling of center, but oh well, that'll do. So what do we actually need to do? I can't actually remember. I believe... Right, B-Box right. Ah, yeah, that was it. We have to divide. Basically, we want to find whether the middle of our things is colliding. So the first bit's going to be exactly the same, but then this bit you just want to change to YY. YY. That should work now. But before we do it, one more thing down here. We need to put or center meeting. I probably would. I'd like to do a little example there, but basically, imagine you've got our player. It's a rectangle. So you've got one check for each side or each corner, but that leaves two kind of spaces on left without it. But if you check them for the middle, right, straight down the middle, oh no, apparently it's still not going to work, and we're still going to have problems there. So who knows what's going wrong there. Let's just really quickly check over our script grid place meeting and just make sure we've not completely messed something up. So, oh dear, I see where we've gone wrong. We've put B-Box right here. This should be B-Box left, of course. Or should it? Hang on. Let's check that against our other one. I believe one of them is wrong there somewhere, but the other one threw me there because that's got... Yeah, that's meant to be left. Let's just check there's no more errors there before I end off and leave you guys. So they're meant to be top, top, bottom, bottom. I think I messed them up as well. Yep, that one's still top. That needs to be bottom. Right, so actually the center script probably isn't even needed, but it's a nice handy thing to have as a check, just in case stuff starts to go a bit haywire. If you've got that middle check, it's something to fall back on. If you know it's not going to go in the middle, then you know you're not going to have weird collisions going on where you get stuck in blocks and stuff. That's the worst thing you can possibly have. So let's just check. Can we go? Nope. We can't go against that one. Can we go against that one? No. So that is just about it, guys. We've got some movement here. I will really quickly just go ahead and make a export project. But guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, comment, or I don't know, whatever you want to do, guys. But one thing I would definitely recommend doing is entering my giveaway. I did a little video on it a while back. It's for Stardew Valley, one free copy of Stardew Valley. All you have to do is be subbed, comment below, and then you'll get an enter. So it's pretty good thing to enter. So anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I've already said like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want to do. But other than that, I'll talk to you later.